Youth sports today are broken. One trip to a Little League T-ball game or an AAU basketball game is pretty much all it takes to see a stage filled with young actors who are doing their best, who are being berated, belittled, and eventually broken by adults, coaches, parents who are trying to get the best out of them, not really realizing the impact of their actions. Now, we know that physical activity levels in today's school-age generation are lower than they've ever been. And you look at the data on the other side of that equation, it's that obesity rates and diabetes are at higher levels than we've ever seen. Free play and school PE have been replaced by video games and privatized sports. My idea worth spreading is that we must reclaim youth sports for the sake of our children. For the future of our nation, as well as the health of individual athletes, it's critical that we intervene today so that we can develop those healthy habits. If youth sports are exercises in futility, where kids are basically ran off, and we know that 7 to 9 out of 10 kids that play youth sports quit before high school age, we know that they're associating those negative behaviors with a dislike of physical activity. We know that by making youth sports something that they can enjoy and look forward to, and something where they can build healthy movement patterns, that we can turn them into lifelong movers, and that's just as important as being lifelong learners. We know that we can make kids better in the short term, but doing so compromises the long term. So we need to adopt this more long-sighted approach so that at the end of the youth sporting experience, we've got young adults who want to continue to be active. Now, why is this a perspective that I think should be featured at TEDx Colorado Springs? I'm a professor. I teach strength and conditioning and athletic training by day. I teach it to aspiring young professionals who, in most cases, already believe what I'm saying. I'm preaching to the choir. But the people that really need to hear this message are the parents and the coaches and the administrators who are responsible for organizing these youth leagues, and they have to recognize the critical role that they take in a young child's development. So I think a TED platform will give me the opportunity to speak directly to the stakeholders who have the biggest impact to be made. Change begins with one coach, one athlete, one family at a time. And I'm hopeful that with an opportunity to speak at TEDx Colorado Springs, that I'll be able to start sharing that message so that it can spread. Thanks. I hope to hear from you soon. Toby Brooks, Texas Tech University.